Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alex and welcome back to the Irate Alex channel. It's your boy Ronald Reagan here, ladies and gents, and I hope you're having a wonderful and lovely day, and I hope you guys are keeping safe and well. So, every so often I am reminded of the many reasons why I decided to walk away from the loosely connected, loosely associated group of people that are often referred to as Hater Nation, the reaction kind of commentary community that, well, do reactions to two women and two women only. Or I suppose you could add Shani in there. I suppose you could add Amy's life journey in there as well. But every so often I'm reminded of the many other reasons as to why I kind of stepped away from all that. Obviously, the main one being a grand lack of variety. I am ADHD incarnate, ladies and gents. I can't make the same video over and 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 over again. For at the end of the day, I like having subscribers. I like having lots of views and that ad revenue. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? But it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And every so often I'm reminded, and my kind of thoughts around straight up killing my channel, why I'm justified, why that was the right decision. Because obviously the channel's dead, folks. It is. I mean, come on. I can't even hit 2,000 views a video anymore. You know what? And it was worth it. It was 100% worth doing that. 100% worth doing it in my mind. I'm doing much better on Twitch. And you know what? I'm doing much better upstairs in my own personal headspace. Well, I kind of need to anyway, as I am, dealing with real issues in the real world, Like, I ain't out here getting triggered by jokes, you know what I mean, on the internet. Like, come on, behave yourself. So it's been about 2 months since I walked away, and obviously I've dipped my toe into a couple of different formats, different couple of show ideas and things like that. And to be honest with you, I think Twitch is my main gig now. Twitch is my main thing. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time over there. And live streaming has always been my greatest strength anyway, you know what I mean? And with Shani recently stepping back onto the scene, my grand, in my evil doer, my grand rival, if she can even be called that, really. Again, you kind of need to have an IQ above incest, really, to argue with me. But, I did leave for many reasons, but I'm reminded of the other reasons the other day, because I think that, when you've got subscribers who are the caliber of sub who get too involved, especially the beauty community type person, come on, behave yourself. Have you even seen the beauty community? Have you seen how toxic and just vicious all of that madness is over there? Come on. They have no problem in destroying someone's life and overusing the word exposed. None of them even seem to know what the word exposed means, man. The morons, mostly. But there were many issues with Hater Nation. And to be honest with you, this video isn't to really kind of criticize any of the content creators, although I'm sure I will mention a few names here and there. But the community itself, there is an awful lot of uber progressive social justice warrior types and butthurt sadaks in there. There really are. Did you guys ever see some of the mad accusations some of these salty, jilted women made against me? Misogynistic, you only attack women, even though that's demonstrably false. Demonstrably. I even made my own little collage of the videos that I've made about male content creators, just to show just how stupid and wrong they all are. And here's the thing, these people, they like to gob off. They like to come to a live stream and gob off in the chat or gob off in the comment section. And then when I respond, when I have the audacity to sit there and have the cheek to actually respond to them, even though they came over to my comment section of my chat, or I caught them talking crap about me somewhere else, and then I called them out for it, I had the cheek and the audacity to call them out for lying about me, for making up accusations, for making some of the worst arguments I've ever heard. I spent 3 years in the kind of political social commentary. making videos about SJWs. And it was very rare that I actually ever came across any SJWs. And then I came over to this part of the internet, and my lord, there's so many of them. There's a ridiculous amount, you know what I mean? Like, I'm misogynistic because I don't believe in women. Oh, no, I believe in a thing called evidence, darling. I'm sorry that hurts your feelings. Oh, darling, I'll get you a nice baby bottle and you can then drink it up because I disagree with you. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, man. Do you know how many men's lives are destroyed by false accusations, and you think I'm just going to sit there and back you up? Like I would ever back anybody up, a woman up, because she made an accusation against a guy without any friggin' evidence. I mean, come on, there is obviously a bigger conversation to be had around that kind of thing. Of course there is. But me simply making that statement makes me misogynistic. Okay, whatever you say, darling. Get back in the kitchen. There you go. There's some misogyny. Now you can actually call me it with real reason, real evidence. Jesus H. Christ, man. And like, I was called a weak male who attacks more women by Shakara transformations. The alpha female. Yeah, I'm so weak that that I can actually say people's names in videos, that I can actually have discussions with people. Not you, though. You can talk about me and go and call me a weak male and actually not mention me by name. And they'd try to justify it by saying, he's just trying to get famous. He's just trying to get subs and views, when I was bigger than you and getting more views than you and making demonstrably far superior content than you. But whatever. Again, this is the issue. This is the issue. Spinelessness. There's a great deal of it. And like, do you remember when all this kind of like anti-hater thing popped off? And you had people like Kate Winslet decided that she wanted to turn on people like Michael and Charlie and all that. And then she decided to have a pop off at me. Her video didn't bother me. I suppose, she made a joke in Peanut Gallery's live stream the other day, which is primarily what I'm talking about today. And it was actually funny. It's nice to see she's actually can make funny jokes from time to time. But in that comment section, someone compared me to Onision. Now, I'm many things. I am many, many, many things. I'm an angry guy who can't stick to a format, and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of criticisms that can be had. But Onision, really, dude? Really? A lot of Hater Nation, my experience with them was a great deal of just kind of like jilted women, a great deal of what I believe Americans call ratchetness. It's pathetic, to be honest. And you know what, right? I feel like I'm even more justified when Sarah J. Kaliva, Onision, Omegon's personal stalker, comes along and oh god, that thing, that fat, disgusting, pathetic, bunny boiling lunatic, just spreading misinformation about him, trying to spin the emails between them. Here's the thing, darling. Omegon is a gentleman, right? And the only reason why that shit didn't work with me was because I ain't a gentleman, and I will tell you when you act like a scumbag. I gave you a chance. I think I gave you two, to come along and be an interactive subscriber and kind of get involved in the broken toy community. But you know what? You broke that. You broke that kind of dynamic at the end of the day, darling. You broke it, and I yeeted you, and I blocked you, and I blocked you from my emails. And it's a damn shame that I don't have the emails or anything. But on screen right now is some of her ridiculous, disgusting tweets right now. Like she's moved on, guys. She's moved on, whilst also talking about Omegon and trying to spread information around about him. But whatever. And yeah, of course, when it comes to Hater Nation, of course I had my problems with content creators, Of course I had my problems with content creators. I tried to open up a discussion. I tried to open up open dialogue. Because in the later stages, before leaving, there was quite clearly a need for open discourse to be had. Not just in DMs and things like that. And ultimately, because I chose to do that, that's what ultimately led, Callie, Life of a Free Spirit, to decide that she wanted to kind of part ways and block me. And Charlie was a lot more, I suppose the term would be professional about it. She decided that, she kind of not wanted to be friends with me anymore. I did speak about this, and I understand. She wanted to remain on cordial terms, and that's perfectly fine. And Charlie is involved in what I am trying to get to ultimately here today, ladies and gents. There was a need for open discourse. I tried that. It didn't work out too much. And I don't get the obsession about that particular live stream where I had Peanut Gallery on to have a discussion with her, and then Charlie asked to come on, and then it's like, well, give up the stream, Alex, hand it over, upload it, we want it. Well, first and foremost, that's my content, and I'll do whatever I want with my content, mate. You don't get to decide what I do with my content. A lot of you are very entitled, actually. You realize that, right? Shocking. Pathetic behavior. But, no. I don't get why this would be some kind of grand gotcha against Charlie. At the end of the day, it was a heated argument between two very strong personalities, right? Whilst I sat there looking like I wanted to kill myself. You know what I mean? Why is this a gotcha? It's a heated argument between two people. So what? So what? Or what? Why is this a gotcha? If somebody was cutting off me every 2 seconds, I did a stream the other day. I popped onto the Geek Room stream, and then I just started screaming at that chap Von Helton. Is that a gotcha against me? No, it's not, because you can't make any single argument against me there. You know why? Because it's Von Helton. The guy is a freak of nature. He really is, right? You can't make any arguments against that because it's Von Helton at the end of the day. He just won't ever shut up, and he's a compulsive liar. But, so the other day, FabFitGeeky decided to do a live stream, and she wanted to talk about the anti-haydurs or whatever, and I decided to go on there. And we have banter between each other because we're friends, right? Ella was on there. Tara was on there. Tara's my top mod. We're going to have banter between each other. And Michael B. Petty and Charlie were in the chat. And, jokes were made. Oh, I'll kick your crutches out from underneath you, Alex. Now, tell me, please someone explain to me. Please someone explain to me why this joke that I don't mind, quite clearly don't mind, that I laughed at the time, why I should have shut that joke down. Because I've been told that I should have shut that joke down. Ladies and gents, when somebody makes fun of me on a stream and I find it funny, I choose not to get salty about it, but choose to actually laugh at it and get involved in it. Why should I even consider how somebody else feels about it? It's a joke about me. I laughed at it. I didn't have a problem with it. Why should I shut that joke down? Please, someone, please explain that to me. At the end of the day, there have been many times in the last 4 years whilst I've been on YouTube where I have misinterpreted a lot of things. I have. And you know what? That's a big criticism against me. Absolutely. And this is the thing that was I'll give you an example. The Ghost Poo podcast, the podcast I used to do with Sinatra Says and Drunken Uncle back when I was Irate Bear, right? Sometimes jokes or banter was made about me, and I can always think about one thing that Sinatra said once, where he said, Bear's got, he's got the voices in his head. I'm making him do something, and I laughed at that. And then sometimes in my head, I would perceive that to be like a different joke. I would perceive it to be a dig, an attack, and I would get salty about it. And you know what? That's not right, is it? All that served to do was to make me look like a dick, right? And reaching out to people afterwards and thinking that they have a problem or whatever, when they quite clearly don't. Because if they did, they would have said something to you. And I don't have an excuse for that at the end of the day. And here's the thing, those jokes, why should you get offended by a joke that is aimed at me? And at the end of the day, I'm sorry, sweet cheeks, right? But it ain't about you, mate. It's not about you. The joke was about me. And what I don't get is any single person who kind of deals with mental health problems or a physical disability to not have gallows humor, to not have that dark humor is insane to me. You know, I've had mental health problems for a long time, right? And I've often dealt with those issues with dark humor. And I, as you guys know, I have had very physical fucking health problems now for a while. I'm left in purgatory by the NHS. I have to, when I go to the shops, I have to walk using crutches. I am now the cripple commander, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the cripple commander. Why is that why are you getting salty about it? You know what I mean? Like, why are you getting so salty about a joke about me? Why do I have to consider your feelings about a joke that is aimed at me? You realize how that looks, right? Like, I'm not going to police jokes. I'm not. It's just not going to happen. I don't care. I honestly don't care. I don't care about your feelings. Why would I even remotely consider that, right? Why would I have any sympathy or even dare to place myself in your shoes, right? When I don't even know that A, that you're there, B, that you have your own problems, and C, the joke's got nothing to do with you in the first place. Like, I don't care about my ableism. Oh God, oh no, I don't. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Honestly, just, oh, it's pathetic. It's a joke about me. It's not even that bad. You know, I'll kick your crutches out from beneath you. So what? So fucking what? What's that? Tell me. When that joke was said, what happened? Seriously, what happened? I want you to think about it. Like, what happened in that moment when that joke was said? Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing happened whatsoever, did it? Nothing happened. Did you ever think, like, you need to get over yourself, darling? Like, and that goes for anyone else. Like, again, like, this isn't just a specific person, right? This is an issue that you have in a culture and community of uber, like, wannabe progressives who just want to try to police people's speech. It's a joke about me. It's got nothing to do with you. Come on, man. Come on. I deal with my problems with gallows humor. All right, that's how I deal with my problems. You know, the mental health stuff. You know, I make suicide jokes, I make self-harm jokes, and I don't care how that makes you feel. I don't. It's not my job to do that. My job is to sit here and upload content and live stream and have fun and kind of distract myself whilst I'm in NHS purgatory. You know, whilst I deal with the things that are happening to my body. The constant pain that I am in, the random loss of limbs, the incredible brain fog, or the massive amounts of confusion that I often feel, the fact that sometimes I can't even open my right eye. Yeah, think about those. Like, think about your own problems for a minute and just measure it against what, like, you're getting antagonized by. Seriously, like, just think about it for just a minute. Like, compare your real life problems to me not shutting a joke down because you chose to be offended. And that's the thing, you actively chose to be offended in that instance. Why did you choose to be offended? And here's the thing, like, a lot of the time when it comes to banter, you don't have a problem with what was said. Like, and that's another thing, like, when I first kind of entered Hater Nation, a lot of the things I said, none of you guys found offensive until you decided to start taking offense. And I get that sometimes it's the delivery and sometimes it's the person that it comes from. But darling, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you decided to come over to my comment section or my live chat and speak some crap. And then, God forbid, Alex actually stand up for himself. Oh no, Alex should just sit there and just take it. Alex should just sit there and take accusations against him. No. And don't even try to sit there and say, but it was a joke, Alex. Can't you take a joke? Well, it weren't though, was it? These weren't jokes. They were quite clearly attempts at criticism. And they were shocking, absolutely pathetic and shocking attempts at criticism. And like, I obviously don't want to kind of like touch on what the crack is with Peanut Gallery and all that kind of stuff. because at the end of the day, there is criticism to be had there. There is a grander conversation to be had there. That said, I do appreciate my request to be placed into a little frame of hearts on the stream. Mainly because I knew that would antagonize some people. Oh, by the way, Kate, I also saw your comment about calling me a dollar store Omegon or a pound store Omegon. I take that. I accept that. I'm happy with that. The man is somebody who I look up to. He's been doing YouTube for a full year longer than me, 5 years, and I have an immense amount of respect for him. I consider him to be a friend. He's somebody who's helped me out. So to even be on anywhere, like to even be 10% of the content creator and person that he is an honor. So yeah. You know, it's funny. When I decided to walk away from Haydur Nation, I had a long conversation with my mods about releasing a big, devastating piece. I picked 8 people, 4 from the Haydur side, 4 from the anti-Haydur side, and I was just going to just go for it, you know. It was going to be a nice, big expose video, comparable to the Sins of the Insanity video. But in the end, I knew that it probably wasn't going to be worth it. But again, you know, I've moved on. But I felt that this was worthy of conversation. I felt this was worthy of discussion. Alex's top tip of the day, live from the Cripple Commander home base on the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Stop being wrong about everything. But no, I've moved on, and I know that I've had a good run on YouTube. And a lot of the mistakes that I've made, I've often repeated, and the channel's dead now, you know. But I guarantee this video will certainly rustle up some jimmies. This video will probably rustle up some jimmies. And no, I didn't make this video to kind of try to reignite the channel, because it won't. Because ultimately it won't. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just making my videos and I'm uploading them. And my primary kind of like thing is Twitch. You know, I enjoy doing the Twitch, but I've had a good run on YouTube. I accept that my channel is now dead and probably unrecoverable, and that's okay. That's okay. Do you know why? Because I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm just trying to distract myself away from real life problems. But I'm sure you have some opinions. Feel free to share them, and have a great day. Have a great day, everyone. Peace.